Theo loved playing in his backyard. He especially loved his bright red boots. One day, those boots were about to take him on a very silly adventure. Suddenly, one of Theo's boots started wiggling. It wiggled and jiggled until, pop! A tiny, sparkly door appeared right on the side of the boot. A voice, squeaky like a rusty toy, called out, "Help! We need the Great Giggler!" Theo wondered who that could be. The voice continued, "The land of Chuckles has lost its funny, everything is glum, and only the Great Giggler can save us." Theo giggled. Was that him? Theo, always up for a good laugh, decided to investigate. He reached for the tiny door on his boot, his eyes wide with anticipation. He squeezed through the door. It was surprisingly stretchy, and found himself in a world made of bouncy castles and giant lollipops. But something was wrong. The bouncy castles weren't bouncing, and the lollipops looked droopy. Everyone was frowning. A glum-looking lollipop lady shuffled over. "Oh, Great Giggler," she sighed. "Our funny has gone missing. The Giggle Goblins stole it." The Giggle Goblin. Theo knew he had to find him. He asked, "Where does this Giggle Goblin live?" "He lives in the Muddle Puddle Woods," the lollipop lady said. "But be careful, it's full of silly traps and backward signs." Theo bravely marched into the Muddle Puddle Woods. The trees were made of rubber chickens, and the puddles were full of grape soda. He tripped over a backward sign that said, "Don't go this way." Theo knew that meant he definitely should go that way. He followed the path to a wobbly bridge made of jelly beans. Each step made a funny squishing sound. Suddenly, the Giggle Goblin jumped out. He was a small green creature, with a big grumpy frown and a bag full of stolen giggles. "Give back the funny," Theo demanded. The Giggle Goblin just sneered. "Not until you can make me laugh." Theo thought hard. What could he do to make this grumpy goblin laugh? He started doing the silliest dance he knew. He flapped his arms like a chicken, wiggled his bottom like a worm, and made the sound of a honking goose. The Giggle Goblin's frown started to twitch. A tiny giggle escaped his lips. Theo did the split sort of, and then pretended to sneeze bubbles. The Giggle Goblin burst out laughing. He laughed so hard, he dropped the bag of stolen giggles. The giggles floated back to the land of Chuckles. The Giggle Goblin, now laughing freely, wasn't so grumpy anymore. "Thank you," he chuckled. "I just needed a good laugh myself." Theo returned to the land of Chuckles. The bouncy castles were bouncing, the lollipops were sweet, and everyone was laughing. The lollipop lady gave Theo a giant lollipop as a thank you. It tasted like sunshine and happiness. Theo went back through the sparkly door on his boot and found himself in his backyard again. What a silly adventure! He smiled, knowing that even the silliest boots could lead to the funniest adventures, and he knew deep down that he really was the Great Giggler.